I don't like to make negative or demotivating videos, but this one is mostly going to be negative. I say this because the German market is really bad right now. Imagine applying for 800 jobs and getting rejected 200 times a month. Sounds impossible, but it's the reality in Germany right now. Companies are applying bankruptcies at an alarming rate, and unofficial and official hiring freezes are happening in most companies throughout Germany. Some are sending their employees into Kurzarbeit, in which private sector employees agree to or are forced to accept a reduction in working hours and pay. Some are directly firing their employees. Among those being fired are people who are newer in the company or not connected well socially in the company. Unfortunately, most expats or foreigners fall into this category. The private and public sector in Germany mainly function with the help of funding programs, be it at a provincial, federal, or EU level. And because the German government has been dissolved, there is a lack of direction. This is particularly important because most of the funding and assistance from the previous government was made available for renewable or green technology. And no one knows if the new government will support the green transition or change its direction. This is why most companies in Germany are trying to preserve as much money as they can. And I think the situation will get worse at least until October 2025 because the government needs to be formed first and a concrete policy has to come into place before assistance to the economy can be given. That's why I think employees are going to struggle in 2025. But it's not just people who are already employed in Germany. It's people who are coming on the opportunity card who will struggle as well. Personally, I divide the opportunity card holders into two distinct categories. The first is for the people who have technical skills like chefs, plumbers, electricians, drivers, care providers, etc. These people have a higher requirement for visa approval. For example, they might need additional certifications in Germany or a minimum German language requirement. The second group is people with a higher degree, a bachelor's, master's, or a certain amount of experience in a field. Their visa approval is generally straightforward as long as their degree is recognized in Germany. Now, the number of jobs available for the first groups is quite high. These are actually bottleneck jobs, and even if the economy is struggling, people are always going to need an electrician, a plumber, a bus driver, or a nurse. On the contrary, in a struggling economy, it's quite hard to find a job as an IT specialist. A company can always pause its growth for a couple of months and save that money for an emergency rather than hiring an IT specialist. It's the same story for most people coming to Germany on the opportunity card. I think the main culprit here is the reality of the visa criteria versus the job market. There is no language requirement for the second group, but most jobs in Germany need good German communication skills. Here, please understand one thing. Employers in Germany will always prefer someone with great German language skills. It does not matter if the company is in a small city or a large one, or if their customers are regional or international. That's the reality. Other countries might embrace English, but in Germany and many other European countries, they always prefer their own language. You will need at least B2 German language to find a job in Germany in the current economic situation. Think of it this way. Companies in Germany are hiring one person instead of three as a cost-saving measure. And because the number of hiring has decreased, the effective talent pool has essentially increased. So companies are preferring people with great German language skills compared to those who have okay German skills. But the problem is that people without German skills are still being offered visas because they have great profiles, but these people are not getting jobs. This misalignment is making the process much harder for non-German speakers and international applicants. Ask anyone who's searching for a job in Germany. 200 rejections per month is an average right now. People need between 600 to 800 applications to get a job, and the number of rejections will keep increasing in the next few months. Obviously, you need only one yes among hundreds of no's, so you need to keep applying. Before I share more insights, please hit the like button if you're getting value from this video and share this with your friends. Job applications in Germany are similar to other countries, but Germans love their holidays. In almost all cases, you will not get a response if the HR person or the project lead is on holiday. Forget about a yes, you won't even get a no during the holiday season. And the holiday season in different German federal provinces varies. Easter, summer, autumn, winter and Christmas holidays. All of these exist and vary depending on the federal province. Just look at all the variations here. But as a general guide, regardless of which level of application you are at, whether waiting for a first response after the first or second interview, or waiting for your contract, always keep the holiday period in mind. Know that you will not get a response during that time. Regarding the number of applications, I think about 50% of your applications will land in the limbo phase, where you will either get no response at all or just a generic response saying that your application has been received and will be processed soon. The next 40% or so will be instant rejections, with generic responses starting with "we regret to inform you" or "we were unable to," etc. etc. This is likely due to the job position already being filled or you being auto-rejected by the ATS. The ATS can reject you for genuine reasons, like you not being a reasonable candidate or simply because your CV format was incorrect. I have a detailed video on CV formats discussing this issue in detail, but I'll put a link to that below the like button. Very rarely you will get an email outlining the reason for the rejection. Perhaps you applied for a leadership position and didn't have the proper experience required. But recently, a lot of people are getting rejection emails saying that the candidate does not have good enough German language proficiency, even though the job posting did not explicitly mention such a requirement. You also have to know that designations work differently in Germany. In your home country, a project manager position might require 3 to 4 years of experience. But in Germany, depending on the company, that position might require 10 plus years of experience. A friend of mine, for example, has multiple years experience as a project manager in a research institute, all within Germany, with a total experience of 8 plus years as an employee in Germany. And he was still getting rejected for a project manager position in the industry. So try not to take those rejections to heart because the criteria vary from company to company and industry to industry. In fact, I would say do not take any rejection to heart. I know each rejection feels personal, but please do not get demotivated. You will get hundreds of them, but you only need one yes. Then comes the important question: is Germany right for you? I get a lot of questions from students planning to join a master's program in 2025, asking whether Germany is good for IT, engineering or finance. The issue here is that a student on average requires 5 semesters to finish a 3 semesters master program. Some finish in 4 semesters, and rarely does a master's student finish their 3-semester degree in 18 months. Let's take the 2-year example. If you come to Germany in October 2025, you will join the job market in early 2028. This is too far away to make an accurate prediction. But I think Germany is still a great place to get higher education, even if it is struggling economically at the moment. Who knows what the situation will be in 2028. But I think the chances of it being better than now are far higher than it being worse. In my opinion, and this might change in a few months, the most critical decision right now is for people who are already in good positions in other countries. Many of them might have received the opportunity card or could easily get it based on their profile. However, for them, I believe Germany might not be the right option at this moment, especially without at least B2 German language proficiency. The reason is simple. The job market in Germany is highly competitive right now, and companies are prioritizing candidates with strong German communication skills. Even if your qualifications and experience are excellent, without proficient German, you may struggle to secure a job, especially in industries that are not experiencing labor shortages. If you already have a stable job in another country, making the move without proper preparation, particularly in terms of language skills, could put you at a serious disadvantage. While Germany remains an attractive destination for work and higher education, the current economic situation makes it essential to plan strategically rather than rushing into the decision. That being said, if you do not have B2 level German or belong to a profession in high demand such as healthcare, skilled trades or certain engineering fields, then the opportunity card might still be a great option. But for those who don't yet meet the language requirement or are considering Germany solely for better career prospects, it might be wiser to wait a few months. Improve your German and access the job market again before making the move. If you have stuck around till here, I'm planning to do a webinar on the topic of jobs in Germany. If you're interested, you can sign up using the link in the description. In this video, I share what I think is the best CV format in Germany. And in this video, I share the step-by-step process of searching a job in Germany. So thanks for watching, bleib gesund, and I'll see you in one of these videos.